What's going on, dudes and dudettes? Kamon here. So, I'm going to bring you guys an updated version of my speedroids. You know what I mean? This deck here. Again, I know you guys are waiting for the updated Sword Soul and Mana Diem and Synchrons. Yo, it's coming. Just, the cards ain't here, bro. I can't display it. I can go on DB, but that's boring. I like having physical copies. But anyways, I'm going to show you guys. I've been working with it a little bit. Been playtesting this deck a lot, and I gotta admit, I feel like this deck is kind of slept on. I feel like with the right with the right meta cards in the main deck and the side deck, this deck could go toe to toe with like some of the best decks like Kashtira and Labyrinth, all that stuff. I know that sounds crazy, but like how I have it built to either go first or second. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna show you guys the main deck, the extra, and the side. Like I said, if I show you the side deck, that means I feel like it's tournament ready. I would generally take this deck to like a regional or YCS or something like that. Like, that's how much I like it. Anyways, first things first, can we free our boy Terratop, please? Wrongfully accused to be locked up, bro. It's not our fault Zodiac was a thing, bro. It's not our fault PK was a thing. But anyways, let's get into it. The main deck, starting off with 3 Terratop, obviously, you know, the 1, 2, 3. You know, you gotta have all 3 here in my dreams. But yeah, Terratop is literally the best speedroid ever printed. So the fact that you can summon this card for free, you control no monsters, and on summon, you can search for a speedroid monster from your deck and add it to your hand. So like, this deck doesn't particularly lose to like Droll. Droll slows it down, but it won't stop because like, usually we'll just summon from the deck. So anyways, yeah, if you had 3 of this, you'd play 3, but currently only have the 1 because it's at 1. When it comes back to 3 or at least 2, I think we'll be good to go, bro. This card is. My God, I love Terratop. It's a cool card, cool card. Now for the 3-ups, we are running 3 Tekken Tomborg, and we are running 3 Terratop at home because we have Terratop at home in Marble Machine. So Tekken Tomborg's pretty cool if you control a wind monster. So it don't gotta be true. A wind monster, you can summon this card from your hand, then you contribute it, and then summon any speedroid tuner from your deck straight to the field, right? So that effect is not once per turn. But a special summon effect is once per turn. But the work around that, right? You can special this, tribute him, and then activate like a speed recovery and bring this card back and do it again. You know what I mean? So you can only special summon himself with his own effect once per turn. But you can special summon him multiple times a turn other than his effect. So just know his tribute effect is not once per turn. Marble Machine, we don't use the pendulum effect at all, so I know it does something with like defense position, something like that. The main effects, on normal summon, you search for a speedroid monster and add it to your hand. Terratop at home, baby. I'm pretty sure this is a win. Yeah, bro, this is a win effect too, man. Terratop at home, baby. That's it for the 3-ups. For the 2-ups, we are running Double Hound, Double Dindin Daiko Duke. Hello, Dindin. Double Card Trooper. Sorry, Card Turbo. Sorry. And I actually bumped up Triad Dice to 2. So, Foolish Burial on summon, not once per turn. Summon a tuner from the graveyard or hand. But summon itself if you control a wind monster. On summon, you get to modulate another speedroid monster's level 1 through 6. So this is pretty cool for that. This has a grave effect. You can banish this in another, I think, a speedroid card or a wind monster. And then all your wind monsters gain 800 attack until the end phase of this turn. His effect, you can banish him and then shuffle back a speedroid, as a speedroid tuner or a synchro monster. Check a speedroid monster in your graveyard, shuffle into the deck, and if you do, okay, you can. So alright, you target a speedroid monster in your graveyard, then shuffle it back into the deck, and then you summon a speedroid synchro monster with the same level. So if you shuffle back a level 3. You could bring out a level 3, level 4, level 4. You know what I mean? So like, here's how you recycle stuff. So, Triad Dice, in my opinion, you can play it at 1, but whenever you draw it, it's like the worst thing ever because we are running Speedroid Lift or Wheel. Sorry. So and plus, I feel like having 2 of these is not a bad thing at all because like if one gets banished somehow or early, you get to bring it right back. And yeah, so I like this ratio. I wouldn't really play Card Turbo at 3 because you can only summon itself from its own effect once per turn. Like, that's a hard once per turn. So yeah, I like these. So 2, 4, 6, 8. These 8 right here. That is it for the 2-ofs. Now for the 1-ofs, we are playing the 1 double yo-yo and the 1 Piper. Piper, yes sir. This is just a junk synchron at home, but any speedroid monster, sorry, level 3 or lower, so just run at home. And this Piper is super good, dude. Like the fact that if you summon Piper, for every other wind monster on your field, you get to excavate the top those amount of cards and then add a card from the excavation to your hand. And the best part is that card you add doesn't even have to be like a winner speedroid. You can just add anything. So if you top deck, if you use the effect and get a Dark Ruler no more, you got it to your hand, bro. You know what I mean? So, boom, boom. These two, you have to play the level 4 because it's part of the combo, and he's really good late game. Also, in my opinion, because you go normal summon effect, target, bring back. You know what I mean? There was a time where I drew him and I sent a Terratop. I just summoned this, bring a Terratop effect search. You know what I mean? So that is it for the speedroid monsters. For the non-speedroid monsters, we are playing 3 the Wind Charmer. This card is 3,000% times better than Speedroid Scratch. Scratch is garbage. So the reason why Scratch is bad, because you have to discard a Speedroid card, and the card has to hit graveyard, right? So, example, if your opponent has a Arise Heart on the field, Scratch is dead. With Wind, you can just discard her and a Wind monster and search. It don't gotta hit graveyard. So Wind is really good. Every time I see her, I get hyped. I'm like, oh hell yeah, I got the win. I'm about to win. So what she does, you discard her and another Wind monster in your hand, and then you search for a Wind monster with 1,500 or less defense from your deck added to your hand, right? Besides herself, obviously. So yeah, this is an automatic 3 of. The fact that we can search Terratop, Tekken Tomborg, Terratop at home, Ultra Hound, Daiko Duke, Card Turbo, Dice, Yo-Yo, and Piper. So literally our entire deck. And, you know, if you main deck Droll, you can search Droll too. So our entire deck is searchable because of her. I wouldn't play her at 2. I wouldn't play her at 1. Playing her at 3, bro. I get the whole like, oh, what if they have Droll? My man, if they have Droll, they have Droll, bro. You know what I mean? Like, if that's the case, you were going to lose. Like, you were going to get drolled regardless. You know what I mean? Plus, like, it depends on how you want to, like, go around a turn. You know what I mean? But that's besides the point. So, anyways, 3 win. I put him in. 2 Unicorn. Unicorn's actually really good. This is a early Baron. Yugioh. Special Unicorn effect search. So you get the birth. You special take a Tomborg effect, tribute itself. Then you summon out your Daiko Duke. Synchro summon these 2, and that's an early Baron. And that was all without normal summoning. And then you can go birth, bring this right back. And like that's a whole like. I know before I said like you don't need Unicorn, but now that I've actually played with Unicorn, my opinion changed. I think this card is super good in here. I'm not running like the full-on cash. Oh, you know what's so funny? That's actually the like little dome that's taking away the like little tier element. Anyways, my opinion definitely changed a lot about this guy. He's actually really good. Like a lot of pressure. Like the fact that I could banish a monster from my opponent's extra deck is really good. But anyways, yeah, I'm not playing the full cash tier package because I did want to keep this as Speedroid-esque as possible. You know what I mean? So and like the cash tier stuff is good, but it's just not me. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to be like summon Fenrir effect search. Then okay, now I summon Terratop. Nah, bro. I just like having this as that extra extender. If I draw him, I draw him. Cool, we go off. If I don't, I got the Speedroid stuff to rely on. So yeah, just 2 Unicorn because it's at 2. If I could have played at 3, I would, but you know, playing it at 2 is just fine. The last cards we are running are just hand traps. I opted to actually main deck Ash over Droll, because during like a lot of testing, I play a lot with like Max Clawson and whatnot. During a lot of testing, like Droll didn't really come up as much as Ash did. You know what I mean? So I feel like Ash is just not the better card, but it's better for these situations. You know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely really like Ash. And don't start typing yet. Watch the whole video first and look the side and everything before you be like, actually, nah. We don't do that around here. You know what I mean? King T'Challa. You know, we don't do that around here. So yeah, that is it for the monsters. For the spell cards, I am opting to run 3 Speedroid Wheel. I think this is like the best card in your entire deck. This card is sick. This card is super good. You can activate this card, and then you can pitch another card from your hand, and then you can just summon it. You can roll a 6-sided die, and then you summon 2 spirit monsters equal to the level you roll. So if you roll a 6, you summon 3 and 3, or you can summon like a 5 and a 1, you know, whatever you want. You know what I mean? If you roll a 1, you'll summon the tri-eyed dice. Sorry, the red-eyed dice. If you roll a 2, you can summon 2 of them. You know what I mean? So like this and Wind are your best 2 starters, and like this card combined with like a Den Daiko Duke, or combined with a freaking red-eyed dice is really good, because like you can go activate this, pitch the red-eyed dice. If this gets Ash, all right, cool. You can special summon Terratop, effect search, and you can search out your double yo-yo if you want to. You know what I mean? Like, I've learned a lot with this deck that like it's extremely good at like. Sorry. It's extremely good at like baiting out stuff and getting rid of things so you can finally play. Like, that's why I like this deck, because like it kind of plays like Synchrons in a way. You know what I mean? Because like, if you guys know about Synchrons are super like, all right, activate this, negate that, this negate it, this negate it. All right, now I can play the game. No more summon junk Synchron. You know what I mean? So like, this is like the same premise with this deck. So like, I feel like maximizing on wheel is good. If you want to play wheel at 2, you can, but I like playing this at 3. Because it's a very, very, very good Ash bait. It's searchable too, and it's like one of your best starters. Like, your best starter is either this, or just straight up Terratop, or a Wind, the Wind Chandler. So we have 7 cards to try to get us. So we have 6 cards to try to get us to our Terratop. So yeah, 3 of those. 3 speed recovery, because this is your Monster Reborn. This card is not once per turn, so you can go activate, target that to bring back, and if they go spell, you can go, okay, cool. Activate, target that, alright? Activate, target that. I think this card is super cool. It would have been broken if it was a quick play, but then you couldn't search it out with like Thrust, if you do play Thrust. So yeah, 3 of these, and its grave effect is pretty cool too. Except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish it and target 1 Speedroid monster in your graveyard, in your banish zone, right? Or in your graveyard, and add it to your hand. So this is like a really good recursion card. So you want to run this at 3 at all times. You want to play it at 2, you can, but playing this at 3, in my opinion, is super good, because like, I'd rather just hard draw this, because when I hard draw this, I'm good to go, bro. You know what I mean? So 3 of those. Now 2 tactics and the 1 thrust. I like this package. Before I was playing 2 and 2, or 2 and 1, but tactics is so much better. It's so much better than like thrust at times, because like this can switch out this and imperm and like your speed recovery. You know what I mean? But like, just I love tactics, bro. The fact that I bait out everything and then I can tactics you too, like punish you, that's crazy. You know what I mean? And like, this actually won me a game against Max the other day. Like, I baited out everything, activated this, I searched out a talent, I took his freaking Dragoon, and it was a wrap from there. So those, obviously for the 1-ubs, the 1 Birth and the 1 Call by the Grave, these are pretty good. In my opinion, just play them. You know what I mean? That's it for the spells. For the trap cards, it's very standard. 3 Imperm and the 1 Duplicate. I low-key want to play this at 2, but don't need to. It is searchable though, if you really want to, if you really like the card a lot. What you could do, you can like bounce a card back on your opponent's field. So yeah, just these. That's it for the main deck. That's a solid 40 cards. The side deck, I'm like in debate with like 1 card. Like, I want to use a different card, but I'm like, you know what, to keep it, you know, keep the like meta nice and easy, nice and safe, I'll just play this card over that card, so people don't be like, while you're playing that card. But y'all know me, I never really care. You know what I mean? As long as I get results, people can't say nothing. They still do though. But anyways, extra deck. Self-explanatory. I changed it up a little bit, but there's nothing too crazy. 2 rubber band shooter. I tried to play this at 1 before, and it was alright, but 2. Played at 2. 3 is too much. 2 is just enough. I like this at 2. Just 2 of these. Goated. 2 cork shooter. This is your best synchro in your extra deck, and this can actually extend into your Baron de Fleur, your Crystal Wing, extend into your Crystal Clear. How do you say it? Crystal Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. Yeah. Like, this can extend to all that stuff. Really, really, really good. So you play this at 2, not 3. My opinion, that is always a 2 up if you're playing the synchro build. Our boy made it back in, bro. Puzzle. Yes, sir. So I'm playing Puzzle again mainly because of its level. So I can use this, banish this, and I can get level 1 and then level 3. Most of my 3s are very good, and the level 1 is Triad Dice. If I have it in my hand, cool. If in the graveyard, cool. You know what I mean? So, yeah, just one of this. Plus, this effect's pretty cool, too. You can make a 26 and beat over stuff. And in phase, when he hits the graveyard, you can add back a hi-speedroid monster from your graveyard back to your hand. So, I like playing him at least 1. Like, he helps out a lot. For the 5s, we are playing Hagoita and Chembararaida. These are the only 5s you really need. Chembara is such a cool card. He's like a big sword man. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah. Those, for the 7s, we are playing the 1 Fast Dragon and the 1 Clear Wing. I love my Ghost. I actually have every rarity. I have Ghost, Ulti, and Secret. But I decided to use my Ghost because they don't really print Ghost like that no more. And I'm just like, yo, Ghost is super cool. Like, look how cool this is, bro. Flexing a little bit. Looks a little bit. For the 8s, we are playing the 1 Kite Drake. Busted card, by the way. And the 2 Crystal Wing, because summoning 2 of these bad boys on your first turn is pretty good. Pretty good. Some deck, not all, but some decks just straight up just lose. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Just these for the 8s. For the 9s, welcome back, Shinshin. It's so cool, because, again, dueling max. I talents, and I took his DPE. After I was done attacking, I synchro summoned with it, and I summoned this. So yeah, Shinshin's pretty good. For the 10s, the 1 Baron and the 1 Crystal Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. This card is busted, bro. This card is so good. This card is so good, bro. I think most people players should play this card. Like, I get it, it's very gimmicky and anime-ish, but bro, I don't care. This card is good. Once it's on the field, it's super hard to get rid of, bro. It's so hard to get rid of. Like, it's so good. So, he has 3 effects, right? The first effect, if your opponent activates a monster effect, you can activate this effect, right? You can make this card unaffected by all monster effects until the end of that turn, and that monster, you chain to, right? So, all right, example. If they use Nib, I activate this effect. He's unaffected by all monster effects this turn, and I'll gain that monster's attack. So, if you Nib when I summon him, I will be unaffected, and then I'll gain Nib's attack. So therefore, I'll be at 6,000. You can't beat over that. Other effect, Spell Check Red activates, you can negate and destroy that. And whenever he dies, does he have to hit graveyard? This synchro summon card is sent to the graveyard. Oh no, just sent to the graveyard. You can add 1 Wind monster from your deck to your hand. So you can add a Wind Charmer. You can add like the freaking Wind Kaiju if you're playing that. Any Wind monster you want to add it. And now I really wish I was signing this other card because, like, I'll explain after. But that's it for the extra deck. That's 15 cards solid. The side deck, you know, we are running the pot of greed because I'm greedy, bro. So the side deck, I want it to be as competitive as possible and as, like, straightforward as possible because, like, I know there's people out there who, like, some people really rock with my stuff, you know. Everyone's just like, yo, I like your idea, da-da-da-da. There are others who just get personally offended, bro. Like I keep saying, I preach, bro. Trying new things aren't bad. Trying something new doesn't make you a bad player, bro. So you better build a bridge and get over it. But anyways, I didn't do that for this one, but now I'm kind of regretting it because, like, there's one card I really want to actually try out in this side deck, which makes more sense. It's a floodgate kind of thing. Anyways, The side deck, we are siding 3 Divine Incarnate because this card is busted. Why not side it in here? It's a good card. Like I said, this deck is the king of baiting out everything. You bait out everything you want, and then you have a thrust, you have a talent, and now you have the Divine Incarnate. If you don't want to run this, you can run the freaking Moth Kaiju if you really wanted to. Because like I said, it is searchable off of your Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon. But other than that, yeah, I think Divine Incarnate is really good. Expensive, I know, but like, if you have it, I think you should side it in like most decks. It's super good. Big board breaker, bro. Super good. So yeah. 3 of those. I am siding Droll. I'm not maining it, I'm siding it, because Droll's searchable. You can search it out with the one and only Win the Wind Chandler. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Droll's pretty good. Like I said, there are certain matches where I'm just like, you know what, Droll will be really good here. Then I can side it in, you know what I mean? Because it's searchable. So, I like Droll. 3 Droll. This is kind of a flex spot-ish. But I wanted to just kind of pick something that can either be played first or second. So I'm siding 3 Book of Moon. I think this card is super good still. You know, I'm not saying it's a bad card or anything. But if you don't want to side it, you can side the other card I was thinking about too. But yeah, just 3 Book of Moon. I think this card is super good. Hits problematic monsters, injure opponent's turn. Sometimes like against like a cast hero, they go Special Fenrir, you just go Book of Moon, and they're just like, well. You know what I mean? Book of Moon, the Arise Heart. Do what you gotta do. So 3 Book of Moon, 2 Lightning Storm, and the 1 Duster for like back row hate. This is back row and board clear. This deck is pretty good with like breaking boards regardless, but like I feel like this stuff helps with that also. Like against Labyrinth, bro, like these come in every time. I'm just gonna nope. You know what I mean? So yeah. And now for the last card I am running, I'm siding, sorry, is 3-Dimensional Barrier. Overall, it's a good card to side, so why not play it? So, I wanted to actually side Synchro Zone. I have the card, right? Synchro Zone has like 3 or 4 effects. That card is sick, bro. It's so good. So like people see that card and they're just like, oh, it's so gimmicky. Nah, bro, it's a floodgate and it's a recursion. So its main 2 effects, right? While face up on the field, neither player can declare an attack except with synchro monsters. I'm not sure if that can come up for, you know what? Before we even do that, let's just look it up real quick. Because I'm not sure how that works with evenly, but synchro zone. Okay. Yeah, okay, so it says neither player can declare attacks except with synchro monsters. So I'm not sure. No, that doesn't come up with whatchamacallit, with evenly. So either way though, like that's one good floodgate right there, right? Its 3rd effect, which is very important to me, when a non-tuner synchro monsters are sent to your graveyard, you can bring them back. Bring back 1. And if you do, it counts as a tuner. So the reason why that's super good, right? If I have a Crystal Wing on field, right? I use his effect and you go, I don't know, strike, you know, it dies. That's on field, it comes right back. And I have the negate again. Or, better example, Baron. I go Baron effect pop, or a Baron effect negate or whatever, cool. Or if I have Baron on the field, you go Kaiju, here you go. That brings it right back. You know what I mean? Or prime example, our boss monster here. And mind you, when he hits the graveyard, you search. So like, I genuinely think that card is super good, but like I said, I wanted to just run Dimensional Barrier because if I go to my local on Sunday, I'm definitely gonna play this deck, 100%. Get some footage for y'all and call it a day. But yeah, that's it for the deck profile, man. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe to my other YouTube channel, by the way. We're building up a portfolio, we're grinding up and whatnot. And once the new stuff drops, I will 100%. You will be the first ones to know. Join my Discord, check out the community tab, and check out my members thing, bro. You know, support the channel if you want to. I have a Patreon also. Check that out too. And yeah, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have an awesome one. Peace.